Welcome back to the Transplaning Podcast. My name is Bear, of course, joined by the lovely Daphne with her
they're fall.
Fall time earrings.
They're fall.
Those are cute.
The leaves are falling. They're leaves. So today, I don't know when everyone's going to get to hear this. I have been so behind on getting episodes edited and out, and really, I have so many episodes on my computer right now that I have to get edited and posted. In the meantime, we're recording this on, what's the date? The 20th? I think it's the 20th, November 20th, right? Trans Day of Remembrance. And so today we brought in a special guest. This is an episode that I've really been looking forward to. This guest was really, I don't know. It was really nice how quick they were just willing to come on to this and be here for this. So I don't know. I'm just really grateful. So I'd like to have everyone welcome Tai Ericson. Did I say that right? Tai Ericson?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tai Ericson. Yeah, thank you, Tai, for coming on the podcast.
Well, of course, happy to be here.
Yeah. So Tai, the way the thing that the way that I found you was that I saw a video, I believe it was on Facebook. It might have been in Instagram, but you were doing some artwork, and it was just a really inspirational thing. So what I thought we could do is maybe just start off having you share a little bit of your story, what led you into the artwork, and then we can have that conversation.
Sure. So I specifically this project, or just more general, and then
whatever you feel like.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you feel like.
Well, so the thing that you saw on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok is a series of portraits that I'm making of murdered trans people out of the pages of Harry Potter books.
I love the irony in that.
And I am trying to. There's a couple things happening with it, of course, but trying to offer a memorial of folks that we have lost, while also trying to give a little middle finger to J.K. Rowling, maybe. Remove some of her work from the world, and replace that hate with a little bit of love.
I love
and that's kind of the foundation of the thing, and there have been a lot of other kind of results. That I've noticed, but that's kind of where it started.
I love that. I love the irony that's built into there. I also would like to just real quick throw a little disclaimer out for people. We're going to dig into potentially some heavy conversations here, and around death, because it's the Trans Day of Remembrance. So just as a trigger warning, if this is a subject that is sensitive to you, I want them to be aware right away that that's what the conversation may kind of be around. We're going to try to keep a positive spin with all of it, but at the same time have because these conversations are really important, and it's one that I think a lot of people tend to shy away from because it can be a hard subject to talk about. So I just wanted to throw that trigger warning out. You're just sitting there. Yeah.
No, it's an important disclaimer. We have to say that. If that's what we're going to talk about.
I want people to feel comfortable and not be surprised and be like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah,
being blindsided is never fun.
No. Okay, so you decided to start doing some artwork with the Harry Potter books and making portraits of people that had been murdered. How did you decide to even come around to that? Like, what's the background behind that?
Well, so my background, my aesthetic, I was in art school in Massachusetts in 2005 to 7 or so. And in school, I kind of found success, I guess, with using large quantities of common everyday objects. For example, I have a dress downstairs that I made out of thumbtacks.
No way.
Which was which did well relatively in 2007. I got a magazine out of that. I got a couple shows out of it.
Wow.
That was my senior thesis, essentially.
The pokies go outside and not inside?
The pokies go in.
No way?
Ooh. The pokies go in. It's not wearable.
Okay.
It weighs over 100 pounds. It's just a nice looking thing. Yeah, so common objects in large quantity. And so that's been my thing. I have a couple of things over there with staples. The thing behind me right here is styrofoam beads. This is handwriting.
Wow.
Layers of handwriting.
Yeah.
And so with kind of that in mind, thinking about the portraits, it kind of makes sense. It's a familiar thing.
Right.
You see something from a distance, it's a portrait. It's a person's face. Then you get closer and it's something else.
It's all the pictures of other people where they mashed them all together.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The, what do you call it? Photo mosaic, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And so I had the idea to take apart books in 2006 or 7. I wanted to take a book and cut out all the individual letters and sort them into piles. So here's a pile of A's, a pile of B's, a pile of C's.
Oh my God.
Because that's just, I don't know what my brain does.
Do you sort them between like capitals and lowercase too?
Sure, why not? Actually, hadn't gotten that far.
Oh, okay.
No, that's great. I can never find the oomph in it. I was interested in language. I was interested in communication, but I could never find the reason to do it. What was I trying to say?
Right.
Right. That War and Peace and Green Eggs and Ham are the same. Like,
are they not?
You know what I mean? Like, because every book, the what do you call it? The distribution of letters would be the same.
Right.
And to just be more or less depending on the length of the book. And so I was kind of, I never really found a reason to cut up the books. But I've had the idea in my head for 15, almost 20 years.
Wow.
And it's hard to say what came next because, the state of the world and the experience of of every trans person now in the last couple of years is getting worse and worse. And then obviously everything with J.K. Rowling doing since 2018. I don't remember when the three ingredients kind of came together, but the idea was had that, this would be an interesting project. I think it would look good. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
And the oomph is there. The idea is there.
Right.
And I sat on the idea for at least a year, having conversations with friends about it. And I finally started in June, I think.
Oh, this is recent.
June. Yeah. So I've only finished one.
Very recent.
I've seen videos of 2.
So, and I'm almost done with number 2.
Okay.
It's a slow process, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I still work part-time. I only am in the studio like 2 days a week, 2.5 days a week.
That's all we are.
And so I would love to, do this full time, but rent. And yeah, if I can get to a point where I can lower the time at my job or quit entirely and do this full time, that would be amazing. But that is not the reality right now. But yes, I've only finished the first portrait of Relasia Wright, and I am almost done with Sam Dornquist. And so that'll be 2.
So what was it that made you just say, you know what, I'd love to take the Harry Potter books and turn them into that? Like, you had the idea for disassembling a book, but then how did you end up with those 2 pieces, putting those together?
So I've been thinking about this the last couple of days, like in preparation for this. I was born in 83, so I'm 42. And I think that folks out there between the ages of 35 and 45 were like the perfect age for Harry Potter.
Right.
When they came out, when the first one came out. It was a really big deal for us.
Yes.
And then waiting for the books, like we grew up with it. and plenty of folks have fallen in love with it since, and with the movies, and of course, but it was something that was very important to a lot of us.
Yes.
And I kept my books. I have the same books from when I was a kid, and for a period of my life, they were the only books I owned. They were the only books that I carried around. And J.K. Rowling ends up being an enormous, terrible transphobe, and it broke our heart. It broke my heart.
Yes.
And it is not a universal feeling necessarily, but it is a very, very, very widely felt feeling by a lot of folks in a variety of communities that are important to me.
That's fair.
And I don't know. Again, I wish I could remember the moment of like, oh, there it is. There's that idea. I should do it.
Yeah.
I just, Harry Potter.
I mean, when you put it together and you have such an inspirational idea like that, it comes together really fast. Like when you have the right combination, things just go really fast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was the same experience we had with the podcast. I was in a space where I was in the hospital, right? And while I was in there, the idea came to me, hey, I need to make this podcast. And I think it was 2 weeks later, we had a podcast rolling. Like things just work when the idea fits and is what's needed,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so you had this idea to start doing artwork. You've put together one picture. Is Sam Nordquist is the one that you're still working on?
Yes, I'm almost done with it. I just started adding the color. The color's fun. I guess it's not really color. It's gold and black and stuff. But
and those are taken off the cover, right?
Off the covers, exactly.
Right. And I saw somewhere that you were, maybe it was an article I read, but you were asking people to mail in Harry Potter books because you didn't want you didn't want to support that.
Of course.
How many Harry Potter books do you have now?
I meant to count today and I forgot. I know I'm over 300 books.
Oh my God.
And I can show you the piles, at some point if we take a tour. But yeah, so I had the original 7, right?
Yeah.
It's original 7 hardcovers. And before, I guess maybe once I had started, the idea of like, hey friends, like a lot of folks are in the same exact boat that I was. Like we have these things, like, but we don't want it anymore. What do we do with it? Do we throw it in the trash? Do we recycle it? Do we burn it? All of the above have been done. But asking folks to send them to me was almost like one of those side results that I didn't expect. Because I feel like I'm offering not only this emotional catharsis for, seeing the portraits, but also a literal like unloading of stuff.
You're offering closure to something that's personal to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of folks have sent books, and so truthfully, this is probably not the right thing to say, but like, I don't need any more.
I was going to ask.
Like, I don't need any more. Like, I saw a video, a guy was mad at me and responding in a video, and he was like, and he must use at least 3 or 4 books per portrait, which is not true.
The letter L is in high demand.
I might use a third of a book in one portrait.
That's still a lot.
Yeah. But so yeah, do the math. I have enough books for, I mean, I could do this for years and not use them all. But I am still accepting them. I'm going to still accept them. I have hundreds of DMs on Instagram and TikTok of folks getting my PO box, and I've only received books. I have a spreadsheet from 54 people, I think.
Wow.
And so it's about six between 5 to 7 books per people. And so I'm just over 300.
What does that feel like to have that kind of community outreach where so many people are just like, oh my God, I love what you're doing. I mean, especially this early in your adventure, right?
Right.
All of a sudden, just people come out of the woodworks to come support you. What's that like?
It's fun. It is. It feels really cool. And especially like, I'll open a box that someone sends and there'll be a letter in there or
Oh,
stickers
wow.
or drawings. I have a box of cards, that's really, again, that's not something that you think of when you start this kind of thing.
Right.
And it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. Yeah, it's really great. I am a people pleaser, and so I get thousands and thousands of positive comments, but I get a little too hung up on the 5 or 6 negative ones.
I would think that you don't catch a lot of negative comments with your particular work. Like something like our podcast, it's very out there, is very trans related, but it's I don't know. I just see it as maybe being something completely different. Whereas we're putting this what do you want to call it? A media message? I don't know. It's very out there though, in people's face. And I think just doing something as artwork over loved ones, I wouldn't think that draws a lot of bad comments.
So I would say 90% are positive. 90% are heart emojis and I love this, et cetera, et cetera. And
Yeah.
that's great. And I do read them all. I thought that I would be the kind of person that would respond to them all, but it's too much. It's overwhelming.
I'm glad you responded to me.
Well, the DMs I will always respond to,
Okay.
for sure. But there are thousands of comments on my posts and then the posts that are made about the stuff. So, and it's so much, I can't, it's overwhelming. But anyway, so 90% of them are good, I think. I'm making up numbers, and then 5% are the folks on the other side of the argument that don't think that trans people are real. And I don't engage. But then there's, I guess math equals 5%. I don't think it's 5%. There are maybe 2, 3 or 4 comments per post of trans people who say something along the lines of, if I am murdered, don't you dare do this to me. I would never want to be memorialized I would never want to be associated with that woman's work. And those ones,
okay, that makes sense.
And those like it's not that they hurt. It's more that what am I trying to say? Like the point of this project is to show trans people that they're not alone. That there are people. There will always be people that have their back, and the best thing and the scariest thing about art is that not everyone is going to interpret things the way you want them to.
Right.
It's wonderful being shown something about your art that you didn't know already. You know what I mean? But then also people take it the wrong way, which is not fun. But it's the way it is. You have to respect that.
Did this take off faster than you were expecting it to?
Oh yeah, big time. When I started the first portrait, I had just created the Instagram account. If you go back, I think I had 2 or 3 posts before the first portrait, and they were pretty silly, pretty goofy. And then this thing happened, and I had 10 followers, and now I have 21,000.
Nice.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. It's fun.
Was there you said you were getting these nice messages that came along with a lot of these books. Was there any kind of message that you received in particular that stood out to you that it just really touched you?
Yes. I don't remember it. I do remember it. I remember that it happened. I don't remember what it said, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It was handwritten inside. It was something like, it was like, goodbye, Harry Potter. It was like, farewell, Harry Potter. It was like, it was, I don't remember.
It was their closure.
Yeah, exactly. It was basically indicating that it was time to say goodbye, kind of thing. It wasn't to me necessarily. It was just
Right.
kind of, it was a person, I don't know, saying goodbye. I guess.
That's really personal and kind of, I don't know. I think that would mean a lot. Just
I guess it's kind of an indicator of how important these things were to people.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I was really touched when I saw the artwork that you were doing. I saw it and just went, "Wow, this is really special work that you're doing," and I think it is impacting just a lot of people.
Yeah.
I would say you'd be surprised, but you probably wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I mean, we only started talking like a week ago. I told a few people that I was going to have you on the podcast, and they immediately knew who you were and the work that you do. Like, yeah. I mean, you have a name that's growing in the trans community, so that's a good thing. Was there a specific incident that made you say, I want to focus on murdered trans people? Like, was there a story, like a specific person or something that just really influenced you in a way that made you say, like, I want to portray this person?
Like Sam Norquist, of course. Like his death was horrendous, and I think it made a lot of people stand up even more.
Yes,
and it comes down to, I think, I'm going to steal the words from my website. J.K. Rowling is fostering a culture that demonizes and dehumanizes trans people.
Yes.
And it emboldens people out there to hurt them, simply because they don't agree with them on this very silly thing.
Right.
And not silly thing, you know what I mean? Like on this thing that doesn't matter to them. Like, why? That's none of your business. Why does it matter? And she deserves pushback, to put it mildly. And y'all deserve support, to put it mildly.
What would it be like if you received a message from J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Like what would that, if you were to receive one like directed to you, what do you think that would be like? How would you respond? Like, I mean, I don't know what she's saying, but just, I don't know.
I don't think I care. Like, I don't know. Like, I
like that response.
I mean,
I do too.
Again, kind of getting in preparation for this, I downloaded Twitter. X. I've never had Twitter or X, and I perused her 222,000, whatever it is. Tweets, and just to kind of refresh, because I read the articles, but articles always kind of filter what you get and go to the source. And I don't think she cares. I don't think she would care if she saw an article about me. Maybe she has already. I don't know. I don't think she would care. And I'm not worried. People are in the comments are like, "Oh, she should sue you." I don't think I care about that. Like, I don't know. What would I do? I don't know. I guess it depends on what she says.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Enough.
I mean, I guess if she said stop, then I don't know. I guess I don't know. I don't think I would. I don't know.
Switch
I don't
to the
think I'm doing
updated
anything.
Series.
Like, I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, I'm not infringing copyright. I'm calling her an asshole. Like,
I mean, she gets a lot of that. So
I don't. Yeah, but I don't think you can sue somebody for that.
I mean, it's not like you have a big enough following to get defamation.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Like, I don't think I would be a blip on her radar.
That's fair.
That's not really answering your question. If she were to send me a message.
I mean, but it is, I guess, context important. And
yeah. I don't know.
And it's not like you're doing anything to her. It's just it's just the books.
Yeah. As far as I understand, if you buy the book, you own the book. You can do whatever you want to the book. She owns the rights to the characters and the story and the titles and whatnot, but she doesn't own the paper and the ink.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I can't argue with that.
And
I'm also not a copyright lawyer, so.
Yes, I mean,
when you made your first portrait, about on average, how long did that take for you to create?
It took about 2 months, and again, that's only about 2 or 3 days a week, and I thought the second one would go faster, but I also feel like I've been busier, like with other life stuff.
Sure.
The last 3 or 4 weeks in particular, and so I feel like progress on Sam has been slow, slower than I would like. I would love to do this full time and maybe pump out one a month. Maybe that'd be really cool, and I could actually get to my goals and have a full what do you call it? A collection.
So are you selling these?
A full series. Sorry?
Are you selling these?
The originals?
Yeah.
I am perfectly open to that idea. I have no idea how to price them. I very, very, very much would like to have a show someday with this plus the other 2 series. The other 2 series that I want to do, which we can talk about in a second. And so, this is my first foray into professional artness.
That's a word.
It is a word. I was actually going to say artism, but I don't think that's any better.
Artistry? I don't know.
And so I don't know what people do when they sell their work, because what if I want to show it? Like, is there a contract that if I need it on October 7th and for 3 weeks, like, do you ship it to somewhere for me? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I've not gone that far.
Do you think you'd sell prints of this?
And so I do sell prints of them.
Okay.
And so I've been doing that. But I want the originals for a show. I actually was offered a gallery show in Oregon, in Portland.
Well, when you come over this way, we are so meeting up.
Totally, absolutely. It was funny because I think I got that text the same day.
Well then.
So Pink News shared a post, a story about me or whatever last Tuesday.
Yes.
I woke up on Tuesday morning. I hadn't sold a print for at least 2 weeks, and I woke up with 5 orders. And then I kept on getting orders throughout the day. And I didn't know, but Pink News did not tag me. And so I had no idea where this is all coming from. Eventually found it on Tuesday night and ended up getting a whole ton of orders.
It's like the letters from Harry Potter are just dropping through the chimney at you. And the orders are just coming out of nowhere.
And so I got a message from you that day. I got a message from that gallery in Portland. And the gallery was like, well, you could come in February if you want. And I'm like, well, in February, I might have 2 done, maybe 3, which would be cool if you want to fill out a group show, or we could wait and let me finish the series. Let me start my other 2 series and get those going. And then we can have an actual show. But yes, I do. Yes, when we go to Poland, we'll hang out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I would love to put some kind of spotlight for your show whenever you make it down here.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
So you said you have some other series that you're talking about bringing in?
Yeah. So I haven't talked about that really at all, I think, on the social media stuff.
This is a transplaining exclusive.
Yes, this is an exclusive. I may have mentioned it one time in a comment to one person, but whatever. So this is a series of portraits of murdered trans people, and too often, I think the narrative around the trans experience in media and entertainment and whatnot is about violence and tragedy and loss.
Yes.
And when are we going to see a happy trans family? When are we going to see a trans person thriving and despite the odds?
Outside of Dylan Mulvaney.
Right. And so we've created perhaps an opportunity here to celebrate trans joy.
Yeah.
And to celebrate trans icons. And so I will be starting the other 2 series. One will be joy and one will be icons.
Do you think they'll be the same kind of medium?
So that's a good question. I think so. I think I haven't decided. I haven't gotten that far yet. I do know that at least one portrait in the Trans Joy will be like the books. And I just have to, like, the black and white of the books lends itself to memorial. Yes. And so doing a portrait of someone that's alive and thriving and meant to be celebrated will be color. I am interested to see how it turns out. I don't know yet. Do I use more color? I have a, what do you call it, illustrated color books. Do I do it in color? Would that look like, I don't know. I have to try. I have to experiment.
Yeah.
So
how do you find the names of people that you're going to do this work for?
Which series?
All?
Or any of them? Oh, okay. So for this first series, I wanted to start with trans people of color, just because they're so significantly more likely to be victims.
Yes.
Right.
And every other comment is asking me to do Brianna Gay because she's British, and so I will be doing her, but I wasn't going to start with her.
Right.
I don't know. Read the news. As terrible as that is, like, it's true.
It is.
And then also people in the comments, have suggestions, which I will always look into. It's weird to do that, though. It feels like
that seems like a depressing hole to go down, where you're like, hey, here's the next person that was killed.
It's such a delicate, strange, like, I'm doing a memorial of a person that lost their life.
Yeah.
And so to take requests like a DJ, like, you know what I mean? It feels a little strange.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but also, like, that's technically appropriate. It just feels odd.
People want their love to be shown.
Right, exactly. And I am not going to know about all of them. And so by letting people people in the comments telling me who to look at, like, that is obviously a very good way to find subjects for the portraits. But I am always a little like, I feel like a DJ taking requests, which is just strange it's strange.
I think that shows the humanity of the situation you're in, though.
Sure.
That you just go, hey, I recognize the delicacy of the situation, and I want to honor this, but also, like, there's the internal struggles of your own emotions mixed into it, and I think it just shows that you're human.
Definitely full of compassion, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely compassion, because I see where you would say that, it sounds strange and perhaps taboo or morbid, but you're not glorifying anything other than the memory of said person. I don't even see why you would get negative. I keep wrapping my head around you got negative review, negative result, and some pushback, and I don't see why. I don't like that at all.
Well, that's the thing, is I do get it. Like,
sure.
It's the instrument of hate, being memorialized by that. Like, at least 3 or 4 people have been like, this would be like if you were making portraits of Holocaust victims out of Mein Kampf, which
in a lot of ways, it feels like there is a resemblance.
There is a resemblance, but I don't think Mein Kampf was ever held in such high regard to the people. You know what I mean? Like it's not. There's the poignancy of the nostalgia of Harry Potter and whatnot. It is similar, I guess, to Mein Kampf, but I don't think it's the same. But multiple people have said that, and I don't.
How do you feel about everybody comparing what's happening politically today to Germany? Because I'm seeing that so much right now that everyone's just like, oh, look at this. There's Hitler. Here's Germany. Here's all these different things. Like, how do you feel about everybody comparing it to that?
I mean, they're not wrong. Like it's scary out there. Mm-hmm. Like, the book burnings started with anti-trans stuff. Like, I don't remember the name of the facility.
I don't remember.
But it was a specifically a trans research center. I should not be quoting history. I'm not.
Oh, that's okay.
This is not a forte of mine.
I just feel like a lot of people have like cognitive dissonance, whatever, when you bring up Hitler or Germany, Nazi. You bring in these keywords, and a lot of people just tone out immediately. And so I don't know that the conversations are necessarily productive, although I don't think they're bad to have. I don't know. I was curious.
Yeah. You had also asked about how do I find other people?
Yeah.
And so for the trans joy, like I've actually talked to 3 people so far that have given the thumbs up, and they're going to be a part of it. I haven't talked to them for a while, though. I don't know if this project was at the level of what's the word? As widely seen when I talked to them. I feel it's been like at least a month since I've talked to those people. I don't know. I don't know if I should talk about them here. But I have a couple people that have, I'm trying to find prominent trans people who are succeeding and thriving despite the atmosphere, the climate.
Yeah.
But I also don't think it needs to be prominent people. I think it could be just anyone that wants to be a part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Just people being happy, being themselves.
I love that.
And then the trans icons is really fun to research and find them. So obviously Marsha B. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera.
Right.
But there were there were more trans people in the 20s and 30s and 50s specifically that were known and seemingly respected. And so I want to do portraits of them too. So people, I feel like most folks, maybe not most folks, a lot of folks know Marsha B. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera.
Yes.
Let's see if we can educate some folks too about some other people.
I love that.
Yeah. But it's also like, man, it's going to take me years to get there.
That is a lot of glue.
Yeah, a lot of glue.
Are you taking donations on glue and scissors?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. I like the process. I don't know. Like I think it's fun to cut it up and glue it down. And I don't know. It's a fun process. Like.
Do you have like music and snacks, whatever that you use whenever you're doing this? You just tune in and tune out.
So I am your classic late diagnosis adult ADHD.
I just got diagnosed.
All right. And always trouble focusing, right? And so what I have found works the best for me is like just incredibly loud ambient, like just kind of drony music.
Yeah.
And just phase everything out and just work. Because I will look at my phone, I'll look out the window, I'll, eavesdrop on. So my partner has a salon downstairs, and it's open, so they can hear me, I can hear them. And so there's all sorts of stuff to distract. And so I just blare music and
let the salon jam out with you.
Zone out, yeah, exactly. But yeah.
What would you call the style that you use? Would that be freelance, abstract? Like, is there a name for the type of art that you are creating?
That's a good question. One that I don't know how to answer.
Alpha mosaic.
It is probably technically a mosaic, the paper, like previously I'd call myself a multimedia sculptural artist. And this is my first foray into two-dimensional stuff. I guess it's not true. This is two-dimensional. That's a self-portrait. So this is an old mirror frame I found on the side of the road in Cambridge. And it's a mirror frame, right? So what do you see in the mirror? You see yourself. And so this is 3 layers of handwriting.
Oh, wow.
I basically treat it like a journal.
Yeah.
And I get close enough to see this. So it's just, can you see that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So it's 3 layers of handwriting. And so you can't read it. But you can see it. And so you would be shocked at how honest you can be with yourself when you can write something that no one will be able to see or read. Like if you're writing in a journal at night, next to your bedstand or whatever, you're going to hold back a little bit because someone could read it. Or if you're typing on a computer, you're going to hold back a little bit because someone could read it. And this is different because you can write everything. You can be completely honest. And it's still there. Everyone can see it, but they just can't read it.
That feels super symbolic.
It's very, very therapeutic. I did this in 2008 or 9, I think. And I very much want to do it again because a lot of has changed in the last 15 years. I did do it maybe 3 or 4 years ago. My dad died in 2021. And so I wrote a letter to him in the same style. And that's on my wall. That's on my wall right there.
Yeah.
So
I get this like vibe of just authenticity, and you just are very in love and passionate with the work that you're doing.
Trying. I like it.
I feel like it's more than just you like it. Like this isn't just a hobby. This is something that's like personal to you.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
No, for sure. Thank you for saying that. That feels nice.
Yeah.
Basically, I left art school in 2007 and I moved to Boston, and I tried the whole gallery thing. Social media was not really a thing yet. It was there, but it wasn't really what it is today. And so
went to MySpace.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Literally. And so like the path that was laid out for artists was gallery shows and magazines and in grad school. And if you're lucky, you'll get picked up and whatever.
Yeah.
And I tried to do that for a year or 2. But I just kind of, it was hard. I didn't get much out of it. The dress that I mentioned, the dress out of thumbtacks, the original one was destroyed by accident. I lent it out to a downtown revitalization project in Brockton, Massachusetts. And it was in a window in the summer in a non-air conditioned place, and it melted. The sun just collected all the heat. The thumbtacks just collected all the heat from the sun, and melted the mannequin. So I got my dress back in a Tupperware, in a big rubber tote.
Oh my gosh!
I would wear
I would wear a thumbtack dress. I would try it.
All right, I'll bring it next time.
Yes, bring it to Portland with you.
And so, like the whole. I was kind of beat down, and
of course, yeah.
Living in Boston's expensive, and I needed to work, and so I didn't touch anything art related for probably 12 years.
Yeah,
from like
totally
2010 to, and so basically what happened is that I met my partner Erica in 2020, and we met online. We met on what do you call it? OkCupid.
I'm on OkCupid.
And so OkCupid has those questions that you fill out to try and get
like 20,000 questions.
Right. And it's interesting because I was on there and I filled it out, and you're trying to sell yourself, right? You're trying to make yourself sound like someone that someone would want to get to know, and whatever. You have conversations with people and just never really went anywhere. And then one day I just kind of like, why am I trying to sell myself? I should just try and be myself. And so I put in my profile something like talking about like how I love my job. I was managing a gym at that point. Like, I love my job, but it's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I really want to be doing art stuff. And that would be really, that'd be nice. And so within like 2 days, I think 3 days of changing my profile to that kind of vibe, Erica messaged me and we met, and as we're getting to know each other and talk whatever, I showed her like the stuff that I made in school, the dress and all the other stuff. And she's like, what are you doing? Why are you not making this stuff? Like, this is crazy. Like, you should be doing this.
Be yoked and woke.
Yeah. And so we ended up moving to Vermont 2 years ago. Technically, we moved to New Hampshire 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We live in Vermont now. And part of the goal of moving was that I would have space to work. I could work, like she does a well enough job that I could work part-time and have more time and space to actually make my art. And so that's why this is all happening now as opposed to any other time, because she came along and provided me with the time and space. And
does she feel like she's part of this project too?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be here doing any of this without her.
It sounds like she provides the extra wiggle room for you to be creative.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Exactly. That's wonderful.
And so the dream for a couple of years was to get to a point where, we own this building. She has a salon downstairs, and I have my studio upstairs. And so the dream for a long time was to get to this point. And so now the dream is for me to get to a point where she can quit her job and work for me, and I can take care of her. That would be
sweet.
That's the big dream.
That's sweet.
So we're trying. It's all for her. So.
No, the camera's been sitting on Bear for a while. Bear's like, change the camera. So today's Trans Day of Remembrance. A lot of people focus on the trans people that have been murdered. I personally like to include trans people that have just passed in general, because they're somebody that we're also remembering. But then I also like to put a focus though on suicides that have also happened. And this morning I took some time to put together a list. I was doing a bit of research on it anyway, and I borrowed from some other people's lists, and then I added some of my own that I know about. I believe we came up with 281 murder victims, transgender murder victims across the world over the last year. And then the report I found said 58 deceased in the U.S., but I noticed there was a couple names missing off it. So I count it right now at 60, I believe. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought maybe something that would be nice for this is just to, I mean, it is the Trans Day of Remembrance, right? And so just calling out the names and shout out.
Shout out.
I don't think that's the right thing.
No, I guess not. But, just... Yeah,
I mean, it was really personal for me, right? So some of these people on this list are friends of mine. But then as well, some of these names, I didn't know them personally, but they were very personal to me. So I don't know. Also, the young numbers on here were really emotional for me. I was getting really emotional putting this list together. So we got Cam Thompson, who was 18. Kaitoria Banks was 31. Eli Stabling, I hope I'm pronouncing these. Please forgive me if I'm not pronouncing these right. 49. Miss Major Griffin Gracie, right? She passed 78. Jay Flores was 23. Lady Java, 82. Apollo Moon was 26. Roy Mora was 15. Linda Becerra Moran was 30. Luisa Rivera, 68. Hope Like a Young Blood was 49. Zara Weinberg, 36. Gabrielle Cam Wynn, 21. Jack Scratton, 34. Lily Dawn Hawkins was 22. Leah Joe was 37. Megan Jordan Cridley, 22. Onyx Cornish was 18. Emma Slabich was 24. Kamala Woods, 27. Blair Sawyer was 27. Christina Hayes was 28. Carmen Wells was 25. Tahiri Broom was 29. Ralasia Wright was 25. Aziza or Z Barnes was 31. Kelsey Elam was 25. Rick Alistair Newman was 29. Jill Heathers was 54. Raven Syed, I don't have a age on that one. Blanca Jiggly Caliente. Castro Arabejo was 44. Denise Chicker, there's no age. Elisa Ray Shoup was 61. Caitlin Renetta Benoit was 15. Parker Savarese was 15. Sam Nordquist, which is who you were talking about, right? 24. Sydney or Sid Leigh Phillips was 22. Irviana Johnson, 25. Quenisha Coco Chantel was 26. Tessa June, 21. Tiara Love Tori Jackson was 37. JJ Godbey was 26. Laura Schuler was 47. Mika Shabazz was 46. Aubrey Dameron was 25. Artie Cassidy Beowulf Gibson was 23. Charlotte Fosgate was 17. And Lydia Holland was 19. Sony Hopkins was 39. Shiperius Dupree was 32. Johnny Walden, there's no age. Kyla Jane Walker was 39. Rosa Machuca was 24. Leah Smith, 21. Phoenix Cassetta, I don't have an age. Kasi Ria was 31. Nora Horwitz was 38. Michelle Kamerer was 80. Dream Johnson was 28. And Amiri Dior was 23. So, I mean, that's so many names. That's a lot of names. I don't know. I was putting this list together. I was getting really emotional this morning. It's a lot of names, but then the teens that I don't know. I was really connecting with the teens that were there. I don't know. It was really upsetting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's two names on here that are deeply personal to me. Charlotte Fosgate and Lydia Holland. You know, Charlotte Fosgate made national headline. Do you know about Charlotte Fosgate? She made she made headlines. She made a post on X and just made showed a picture of Portland, and then there was a note after it that didn't sound good, and then she disappeared for a couple of weeks, and then they finally found her body. Right. It was a couple months later. Lydia Holland ended up kind of in the same boat, and they were both at the same location. But it's also an area that, like, I personally have had a lot of problems with, and so it just, I don't know, those ones really touched me a lot. I don't know.
Do we need to take a break?
No, you just take it.
Yeah,
the
does.
fact that, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it does hit hard, you know, because some of those names I do recognize, and you know, we're local, and definitely, you know, it hits you on all the feels, and a lot of young people. A lot of young people. I mean, of course, it's kind of mixed age. You know, I was listening to the ages, and that, I mean, that, you know, when they're so young, you know, that's what absolutely just blows me away. And it's so, I mean, it's sad. There is no other, like, how do you make light of that? You know, it's just all sad and it's all hard. And until you actually, like, read and listen to the names, like, it's definitely a sobering moment for sure. And yeah, it definitely is an emotional thing that it is hard to talk about. It is hard. And so I think, circling back to the art that you're making, I think that is what makes it, you know, extra special and extra just empowering. And because art is so versatile. You know, art is what art is what you make it, I suppose, you know, as an artist. It definitely versatile.
I want to say that these people, like, I didn't know these people. Okay, I didn't know them personally, and some of them, such as Charlotte Fosgate, I didn't know until after they found her body, right? And shortly after they found her body, like within a day or two, I think, is when I found out about her, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know her. I know people that did know her. Mm-hmm. I didn't know her, but I just want to tell the other trans people out there that your life makes a difference. You touch people that you don't know you touch. I didn't know these two people, but they touched my life and they made a big difference for me. Mm-hmm. When you go up on the bridge where that all happened, there's a little memorial up there, and some people have drawn on the bridge, and there's their names written there. You know, rest in peace. There's messages on the rails going up saying, "Hey, stay one more day." These people made a difference, and it's a really shitty way to make a difference, but it shows that you have areas of influence outside of your immediate circle of influence, and I just want people to know that they make a difference and they need to stay.
Yeah, tenfold. Your life matters. Period.
Do you have any thoughts,
Yeah.
Tai.
Well, it's funny. It's hard for me to know my role in this, not specifically this literal podcast situation, conversation. It's hard to know what my role is. What can I do? All I can do is create these memorials after the fact, which doesn't feel like enough to me right now.
But the things that you're doing makes a difference. Because I can go up on that bridge and I can see their names, and every time I see their names, it means something to me. It means something deeply personal to me. When you're making these pictures, it's touching the lives of those people that have been around those people, that knew them. You're touching the lives of the people that heard the stories and were shocked by the stories of these things that have happened to these people. You're touching other people in the community that didn't know, but they understand that it was another trans person that was hurt. You're touching a lot of people.
It definitely has a phenomenal impact, your art.
Oh boy.
I'm not trying to throw like a weight on you here and say, hey, pressure's on you. I just want you to know that your work has a meaning and it has a purpose, and it really does affect a lot of people. I was impacted when I saw your art, and I thought that was really special, and that's why I brought you on for this specific day, was because I said that this is something I want to share. I want to share what you're doing because it's impactful and it makes a difference.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep crying.
And you sure you don't want to take a break?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Every bitch says she's fine. Don't trust it.
Need another Dr.
You know what?
Pepper?
Fine. I have a Dr. Pepper. I got my Go Juice. I'm okay.
Just got her Go Juice.
My blood type is Dr. Pepper positive. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Tai, if somebody wants to support your work, what can they do for you?
I always feel so silly saying this. Follow me on social media. Yes, find me on TikTok and Instagram. I technically have a Patreon. I have no idea what to do with it.
Foot pictures.
I have not been a patron of another person on Patreon, so I don't know what to do. I actually am going to have a conversation with people that do follow me on there to be like, what do you guys want?
We've been in the same boat where we're talking about a Patreon also.
Yeah. And so I have it, but I don't really do much. My mom and my friend follow, have a membership, and that's about it.
Yeah. Send me links for those things so that I can add it, attach it to the videos and such.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can send me links for your work,
sure.
I'll be sure to attach it to all the videos and everything, so that way they can just find you through that.
Totally. Something that I should also mention, we talked about prints, selling prints before, that I didn't mention, which is important, is that 20% of all the proceeds from all the prints go to. So for Leisure Right, it goes to Advocates for Trans Equality in New York City. Right. 20% of Sam Norquist is going to go to his family. His sister set up a GoFundMe, and so I'm going to send her money from the sales from this print when it is ready. And I'm going to keep on doing that for all the prints. So if you're supporting me, you're supporting them.
You're making a difference.
Yeah.
If other people want to make a difference, they can go support you, because that's making a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way too special of a project to not support, you know.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to bring into this?
I don't think so. I mean, so what percent of your, so do people listen or do people watch? Because I have
both.
I know we've talked about all this stuff, but
both.
Yeah, both.
Like I did bring these along to you know.
Oh, you have it in person.
Oh, so this is the first one.
Yeah. That one really touched me.
This is the original. This is not the print. This is the original.
And again,
so this is what we've been talking about. If you don't know who I am.
And again, those are made out. That's made out of the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Wow.
You can see all the letters there.
Yeah.
And then the rose is out of the cover.
The flower is the cover.
I guess it's not a rose. It's a lily.
I think it's a lily.
I think it's a lily.
And then.
Oh my. Oh.
So still through the hat, and he has a gold chain that he wears, and some tweaking, but that's what we've been talking about.
Right on. The details all nice and clear as well, and the way you did the background looks like you were trying to maybe portray a beach scene or water in the background. Like that looks good too.
I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, the first one was meant to be like an aura, kind of like a halo almost kind of thing, around her, which I think worked. And then for Sam, I wanted a little bit more contrast with the background, so that's why the dark stuff is around his head, just to, I don't know, make it more fun to look at.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that's all I wanted to say, or I had to say.
All right.
What else I got around here?
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we definitely thank you for coming on and sharing your art and talking about it and talking with us about, some hard things and being a part of, today's episode. And
absolutely.
I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. And
before you get to the last sentence, I want to kick in.
Oh, okay, sure. We want to thank everyone for joining us for this episode, very special, emotional episode. And you can find us on Facebook and TikTok and, as well as YouTube and Spotify. And if you yourself would like to be a guest on our podcast, you can email. The contact is daphne@transplantingpodcast.com, or you can just go to the website, transplantingpodcast.com, and drop us a line that way. or find us. We're on all the socials. And again, thank you for joining us today. And as always,
wait. This is where I wanted to kick in.
Okay, go ahead.
I wanted just one more time to get emotional here with everybody.
All right.
Okay, your life matters. Your life matters, and you affect so many people outside of it. Especially with politics right now, things can be really rough. Things can seem hopeless. But there's people making a change. Tai's making a change. We're trying to make change with the podcast.
Yeah.
You can make a difference in the world, and you don't have to put yourself out in a big way like we are, or Tai is, right? You don't have to put yourself out in a big way, but just being there and just showing up and being present in the people's lives around you, that's where the differences are made. Your life matters. And if you feel like you're alone, you can always come back to the podcast here. And we just want to say, welcome to the family.